Alrighty, so in this video we're just going to do a brief introduction to Select. In the last one you should have got your practice database set up and understand a little bit about how queries are processed via the SQL engine. So logging into my server, going to go into SQL Management Studio, so you just type in SSMS, press enter, and it should just load up SQL Management Studio. As you can see, I'm using Microsoft SQL Studio 2014. You will need to put in your server name here. So some server names might take the form of server name / instance name, like that. Some might be IP address, comma, some fancy port. If you don't know this, you need to get in touch with whoever installed your instance and ask them for the server and instance name or the IP and port. But for me, I installed it myself, so it's just the name of the server. That's something else I didn't go over. You can either use a SQL Server authentication account or use trusted authentication, which is just the Windows account that you're logged in as. Best practice is to use the Windows authentication stuff, but there's nothing really wrong with SQL Server unless you're really security conscious. Yeah, they're just two methods, and don't get them mixed up. So as you can see, I've got my AdventureWorks database ready to go. And just expand that, look at some tables. So now what we want to do is write a SQL query. So I press the new query button, which is at the top here. I could also go File, New, Query, Current Connection. So just off the top of my head, basic query has the select for the columns and the from for the tables. So select star, can't get any easier. I want to select from the human resources schema, and I just want to look at employee. When that's done, I can either press execute or press F5. Alright, so in this we get a business entity ID, national ID number, login, a couple of fields. Yeah, not sure anything there is really useful. But what we can do, say we had a query from our customer, said I want a list of all the login names with the job title and their gender. So I would just go select login ID, so the name of the column that you can see here. Job title, and you can see the IntelliSense tries to find out what you're doing. If you want to select it, you can either click it like that, double click, or as it comes up, press the up and down arrow keys and press tab, and it completes it. So now, instead of all these columns, we'll just get the three useful ones. So yeah, we select from that first table. We want to select from another table. We don't have to start a new query pane, we can just use the same one. Person table, so you can see that down here that the person table exists. I can be in the same query, doesn't have to be split up on two lines, can be one line, and I can press F5 and it'll run both queries. As you can see, it takes a bit longer, and because I didn't refine my columns, I've got that here. So I might just want to do first name, rerun it a bit quicker because I'm selecting less. You can see there's a lot of Kims. I just want to get distinct, which says get rid of all the repeats. so they're all unique names only. And we can see that there's only one of each name. It's gone from 20,000 or something to 1,000. So not too bad. If you want to get real fancy, you can put a go between it. Doesn't change much in terms of output, but it sort of lets SQL execute it in batches when you got a really long script. I'll talk about that in one of my later videos. It's not really important for this. For some reason, say you have first name, and we've gone distinct. We don't want to call it first name. We want to call it as unique names. So you'll see now it's called unique names. Another thing we can do is select star from production dot products. Then you can see 3 queries. Doesn't matter how many there is. So really, when you write product ID, what you're doing what SQL does in the background is it puts a schema, table, like that in the background, and also if you just want to run it, highlight it like that. Pretty easy. And same sort of thing. If I want to name that alias a table, I can call it table. And then what this does is let me call it like this, but as you'll see, there's a red squiggly, and that's because table is a reserved word. So if I put square brackets around it, that should work. As you can see right there. I can even go table.star. So that's a little bit of aliasing. So you can alias a column like this. You can alias a table by putting an as after the table. If you have a reserved word, put square brackets around it. If you have a space in there, you can then use square brackets as well.